I'm telling you, this is.
Did you get it?
Yeah, I think so. I think
Okay.
so. Yeah.
That's good. Hi, we're Joe and Lisa. This is Natty Talks. Guess I'm gonna do all the work even though I'm just had surgery.
Yep. Yep. She survived.
Carried in all the equipment. Not supposed to lift more than 20 pounds right now.
See? Healing.
Oh, yeah, okay. Pop Stitch, you can grab the band-aids out the
I
bag.
just grab a stapler.
No.
Why not?
You will get the bandages and apply them.
That'd be fine.
You said you wanted to play doctor.
Yeah.
Are you cold?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, put a hoodie
It's
on.
like 3 degrees outside.
Well, true, facts.
I'm good.
Okay.
I'll warm up, I'm sure. So we haven't been able to do this in quite a while, obviously, because we're rusty at this apparently. But
I'm talking about being rusty.
I feel like I'm rusty.
It's like riding a bike.
Well, maybe I'll remember how and not,
There you go.
you know.
Okay. Don't fall off.
So I don't know how long this one's going to be. This one's going to be an interesting one because we're going to just talk about life in general over the last few weeks for us.
Lots of stuff.
And, go over a few things that just been going on and see about like talking about something a little bit light before we discuss a few heavy things. Mm-hmm. So if you're watching this one, if you're listening to this one, I highly suggest that you pay attention to what we're talking about because at some point in here, we're going to switch this up and it's going to get
heavy.
And I don't really care about people's feelings anymore. So buckle up. So
pretty much.
Yeah, but so for the last few weeks, I went back and watched that last video we did, and I could clearly tell that I had been sick for a couple weeks, and and as you see, we've hung up a few things like a piece of the old football field in Paycor Stadium.
Thank you, Darth.
Yeah, and some other stuff, and we have plants and the Tiki Bengals thing from Cancun and a grow light. And
why is it called a grow light?
Because it helps grow the plants.
Oh, okay.
Sheesh. Yeah, I mean, we're not getting much light out of.
Oh, so that actually is a window.
Yeah. The snow's about there. So, anyways, it's been an interesting time period in this thing called life that we've both been experiencing.
Yes, it has.
I'm just going to say that whenever 2026 decides to start, February 17th, when that happens, that'd be great because I am ready to get out of 2025.
Same.
At this point in time in the world, I'm willing to say that the calendar year that we follow is not accurate. So, man, it's just been a wild ride. It's been a wild ride. You can go first.
I don't. Okay.
Or do you want me to go first?
You can go first.
Oh, okay. So, recently, I've been on a wild trip in life that I don't really want to share too much with too many people. But this whole thing called life, it's pretty wild. It's a pretty wild adventure, and I've been on some pretty extravagant adventures in my life, and I am willing to say that this one has got to be the wildest one I've ever been on. And it isn't just like recent. It's like been the whole span of the last few years. But like this has been a year to remember, we'll just say. And I feel like whenever I talk to people and I'm like, people like look at me and they're like, oh man, you're driving a Tesla and you do whatever. And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, oh man, damn. And I feel like people get jealous of me. And I'm like, dude, you don't even want to be jealous of me, dude. You don't want to be jealous of me.
Nope.
Like,
no, you don't.
No. And that's not like putting, like, I have lived this year, even though it's been a very like learning year for me and not like learning quantum physics. It's more like learning about life
Mm-hmm.
and finding peace and happiness within misery.
Yes.
And because along the way, even though things weren't going the way that I prefer my life to be like, and there were people who I loved and cherished in this world who just left, it was just like it was just a very difficult year.
Mm-hmm.
But even with the difficulties I've had, and even with like the things that have gone on, and the things I have lost this year, and the people I have lost in the past year, and yeah, it's been a wild ride.
Yes, it is.
I mean, I've had a few people that I've talked to, like Marshall, when he called me one time and me and him were talking, and he was like, dude, what you're doing takes balls, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I wish I had tried this when I actually had like life ticking a little bit, instead of trying to climb the mountain while there's an avalanche going on with no shoes on. So like, it's been a wild trip.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same stint, I have gotten to do some pretty cool things that you've gotten to be a part of, and got to experience along the way. And it's just like, well, this life is...
Witnessing the journey has been quite entertaining.
I'm glad you are entertained.
It has also been difficult.
Mm-hmm. I guess the moral of the story is make sure that you find the blessings, even if they are tiny.
Absolutely.
Even if they are tiny.
Absolutely.
And have gratitude even for the small things, because when you have gratitude for the big things, that's great and all, because you're grateful, but they're the big things. If you're not grateful for the little tiny incremental, just doesn't really matter things, then what's the point?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's just been a wild ride. So a few weeks ago, moved into a house, and even with that being a blessing, there's been problems with that. I mean, as you see,
You still ain't got much, but that's okay.
still got the mattress on the floor, an empty refrigerator, and 2 shelter dogs running around figuring out that they're not in the shelter anymore, and 10 inches of snow on the ground and more coming. So
Yep.
can't move anything in of what I have left in a storage unit, which is basically nothing that's useful. And yeah, it's been a wild ride. But these are things that I like when I talk to people now. I'm just like, you may want to just appreciate what you have.
Exactly.
Because just appreciate what you have, and appreciate the time you have with people while you have it.
Correct. Oh yeah, I can attest to that.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, this has been a heavy year, right? Like, I know, like, we come on here and people, I don't think people especially people who don't know us, right? Like, people who don't know us probably think like, oh, these two are just always happy and everything's great and like life's awesome all the time, because
It's the way we carry ourselves.
Yeah, it's how we carry ourselves. But in reality, like, I'm just like this anyways, because this is just how I am. But you're not seeing the mountain.
Correct.
That I'm living under. So it's like,
they don't see the valley that you are in.
Yeah, like, you don't see it. So like, it's been a wild ride. Like, I don't even think I told you that. Yes, I did. I did tell you this, I think. Like, last year on my birthday, one of my good friends, and you see, hold on, here's the thing too. Like, we're going to get real here. Like, Because I feel like when people talk about real things, people are like, oh shit, I don't want to hear this. This is a part of life.
Yes, it is.
On my birthday last year, one of my good friends that I've had my entire, like for the majority of my life, committed suicide. And I had no idea until like days later. Had no clue. And
2 years ago, the week before my birthday,
yep.
my best friend passed away unexpectedly.
And I got a call the other day to do a referral for somebody, or a reference for somebody trying to get a job. And I talked to this recruiter, and we were sitting there talking about everything, and yada, 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 and I gave them a great referral. I get done doing that, and I go to text this woman that I used to work with, and I said, hey, just want to let you know I got a call, and I gave you a great referral and everything like that. And she let me know that her husband of 12 years, 6 kids, house, her whole life,
Completely shattered.
2 days before Christmas, passed away, just out of the blue. And I said the same thing to her. I was like, there's really not much I can say to you to help with any of this. Just be thankful for the time you had while you had it within the journey of this life, because it's really at this point all you can do. Like, and I'm talking about like even your friends, right? Like friends that you have, and just enjoy the time that you have while you have it.
Correct.
Because you never know. They don't even, they could just drift off.
Right.
Yeah, it's been a wild one.
You're sealing all the heat by standing there.
Are you cold?
A little cold. Okay, thanks. Or you could just loft it at me, or you could just grab me a blanket.
I don't.
And I could be content.
Okay.
I don't like the way that you said okay.
Okay.
I'm terrified what type of blanket is being grabbed right now. There's one literally right there in the corner. He could have grabbed that one.
Oh, there is one over there. What the hell am I doing? Jeez. Sorry, that wasn't there earlier. There you go.
Thanks.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Which, this is great, because speaking of this, somebody decided to call me. What day was that? Sunday?
Sure.
Saturday? Friday? Was that Friday?
Before or after I called you the first time?
What day did you go through your wild adventure?
Friday.
Friday. So, yeah, Friday
And
morning.
Saturday.
Saturday?
Saturday I was already at the hospital. Friday morning.
Friday morning, I get a text message like, dude, I'm dying. And I'm like, yeah, me too. And you're like, no, like literally, what the hell's going on?
No, I didn't text you.
Yeah, you called me.
No, I didn't call you either. You had texted me and hadn't heard from me in like 2 hours. And you knew something was up when
Yeah,
you don't
sure.
hear from me.
Yeah.
So you called and was like, what is wrong?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, dude, I am in massive pain and it's not the same as it's been in the past. Something's up.
Yeah, so, yeah, and I'm like, okay. And
I was like, I'm just going to try and push through it because I work later tonight. And
Yeah.
I thought it was my pancreas acting up again, which would have pissed me off because I knew that what I ate for dinner on Thursday was the worst thing you could possibly eat, and people need to stop eating it. And so
What did you
I
eat?
had fucking McDonald's.
Oh my God, are you fucking kidding me?
I'm not kidding you. Yeah.
No wonder you had problems.
Yeah. I haven't had McDonald's in like 6 years. Okay. I was a little emotional and I wanted comfort food. So sue me. So I woke up Friday morning and realized that I was in massive pain. But I was like, okay, one meal shouldn't have set it off this bad. So that's when I was like, this is something different. I can't keep water down. I can't keep anything down. What the fuck is wrong with me?
And here I am thinking it was like, that mailman guy. What's his name?
I'm mind blanking on it, but yeah.
I just call him the mailman.
Yeah.
And he was like, bro, I was down in the fetal position. Like my kids are like looking at me. I'm like, go away. You know, like I was like, maybe you got a kidney stone.
Yeah.
But you know, you started talking. I went, that's your appendix, bro. Good luck. Go over to the hospital and go.
Well,
have
and
some.
I'm like, wouldn't I be keeled over right now?
Yeah, well, sometimes.
And then you were like, do you remember how high your pain tolerance is?
Yeah, right.
I was like, oh yeah, okay.
Yep.
So yeah, went over to Christ Liberty campus, got a CT scan, and they're like, well, and when I walked in, I was like, I'm either having a pancreas flare up, my gallbladder is attacking me, or I got kidney stones. Either way, I'm in massive pain.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, so do a CT scan, start giving me some medicine, and then the ER doctor was like, well, it's not your pancreas, it's not your gallbladder. I was like, great, cool. And he's like, you have early stage appendicitis. I was like, oh, okay. We're gonna call the surgeon down at Christ downtown and see if we want to admit you and get it removed, or if they just want us to give you antibiotics and we send you home and you do outpatient. I was like, please get me the surgery. I do not want to be sent home.
Yep.
Waited about 4 or 5 hours for a bed to be available down at Christ, which is understandable because they're just one hospital. They're smaller. Finally got transported over to downtown, like 11 p.m. at night.
Yep.
Stayed awake for the next like 24 hours because couldn't sleep.
Yep.
Even though I'm hopped up on drugs and all that fun stuff.
Well, it sucked too, because like there were people reaching out to me like, have you heard about Lisa? I'm like, nah. What? What's she doing now?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
That was
Because I'm laying down here just dead to the world, sick.
yeah.
And like, I was like, look, I'm well aware of where she's at and everything. If she desperately needs me, she knows she can call, but
Right. I ain't tried to add to it so she can't not have surgery. Because I would have been extremely pissed.
right. So like, yeah, it was tough.
Yeah.
Because like, you know, me being sick down here and all that stuff. This was 2 weeks long, so like it's not like.
Yeah,
And I think we only saw each other once. If that, and like I was like, dude, I'm just dying.
Yeah.
Like,
well, and that was the thing. Like I knew that you were sick, and in the back of my mind on Thursday at some point, I was like, something feels off, but I can't pinpoint what it is. Joe is slowly getting better, but I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop because typically when something happens to you, then something happens to me, or it's vice versa.
it's dumb.
So it's almost like Thursday night when I went to bed, I almost didn't want to go to bed because I was waiting for the other shoe to drop. Fell asleep and then woke up in excruciating pain Friday to find out that my appendix was like, fuck you, take me out. Thankfully, it had not burst. So that is a good thing, and I'll find out if it had a polyp or a tumor when I get pathology back. So,
Dude, like, it's just pretty wild. Like something bad will happen to me, and then something bad happens to you, and then something bad happens to me, and then something bad happens to you. It's just crazy. But
to the normal person, it's crazy.
yeah.
But to those who are educated, it's not.
Yeah, that's true. We'll touch on those things here in a minute.
No.
But like,
Yeah, Saturday I had my surgery. Came out, did not appreciate coming out of anesthesia. That was not fun. Whatsoever.
she calls me just like bawling and everything, and I was like, dude, it's okay. Like, you know, you're just coming out of anesthesia. And then
I know it's fine, but I need you to be soft right now.
I was like, okay. Yeah, no, like.
Make sure you know what you ingest and you communicate it before you come out of anesthesia.
Yeah, little known fact, hypothetically speaking, if you indulge in marijuana and you happen to need to have a appendectomy, you need to tell your doctor that you have ingested marijuana because marijuana will mess up your anesthesia. Or like you will either wake up sooner than you should, or you'll come out of it and have a bad reaction. So make sure you all note that for the people who do listen to this podcast, that if you do indulge in marijuana and you happen to need to have surgery, you let your doctor know that because it could have a bad situation going on. But yeah, and then I think I tried to go to the gym because I was like, I'm so tired of fuck, because this has been 2 weeks, and I was like, that's it, going to the gym. And I went to the gym and I went, fuck, I can't even work out. And then that's when you were out of surgery, and I went over, and me and you just hung out at the hospital, just chilling, just like
Correct.
staring at each other like, dude. Like, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, God,
Bullied me into eating.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
But I needed to, though.
I fucking buttered and jellied your toast.
I appreciate that.
Top-notch chef over here.
Pretty sure if you had made the toast, it wouldn't have been burnt also.
Yeah, that's probably true. Probably true. But yeah, it's been a wild one.
Yep.
And
Went home Sunday. Yep.
and it's not just us either.
Nope.
It's not just us.
It is not just us.
She's having a real rough go at it today. A real rough go at it today.
Yeah.
That's why she walked upstairs when you got here, and I was just down here. She was just laying over there, and I'm down here just wailing on guitar and playing and singing, and she's just like, come on, sausage.
Where was the other one?
Somewhere in this vicinity.
Gotcha.
He like wants to live within our skin. Like,
Yeah, he's a clinger.
yeah, God. Like, and it's worse with her.
Yeah.
Sausage likes me.
Because she's the one that brought them home.
We both brought him back.
Right, but you drove.
Yeah.
Right? So she was the one in the passenger seat with them.
No, they were in the back.
Okay. Wow.
But like,
But she has spent a little bit more time with them
Right.
than you have. So
right. But like, you know, the thing about those dogs, it's kind of a funny story because they have been going through it for the last year of their lives. Those dogs were tied to a stop sign down in Covington and have been living in a shelter for the last year.
yeah.
And I was a little apprehensive to get them because he obviously had been abused by a man, which is why he hangs out with her more.
Yes.
And the girl dog is just the girl dog, and she's just, you know, it's like whatever.
Well, she's a girl dog, and she knows who runs down dominance in this house.
That's true. That's true. Definitely not me. Just kidding. Okay.
Do we need to break down?
Anyways, so like, yeah, you know, so
We've been going through it.
and then all of us just got stuck in this house because
The snow.
he had surgery, got sick, snowed, no food. We're all just stuck in here, just like, well.
Well, good thing I have my natural home remedies so that I don't get sick.
Yep. So like,
I just started with surgery first
yeah,
instead
right.
of
Like,
sickness first.
I mean, like, my God, it's been unreal. So like, yeah, man. I mean, it's been a wild trip.
Yes, it has.
It's been a wild trip. The last just month, it's just been a wild one. And yeah. And
But we're not slowing down.
no, we're not slowing down. I mean, like, it's wintertime. I mean, like, how much more are we going to...
We typically slow down in the winter
Yeah, like-
months because it's colder. I mean, it's not that there's not enough to talk about. There's plenty to talk about.
Yeah, there's plenty to talk about. See, the thing about it is that, like, what are we going to do? Talk about really heavy things that
Nobody wants to hear.
nobody wants to talk about because they just, I guess, ignore reality. Right? So, you know, it's like, oh, do you want us to be fake on here? Come on here and just be like, oh, Cincinnati is so cool.
Don't ever act like that again.
I never will.
Please.
It's like, yo, like,
That is a terrible impression of being fake also.
I don't know how to be fake. I mean, that's my fake.
I know.
Is that what being
Stop
fake is?
using your hands.
Like,
This is why people think what they think because you can use your hands.
yeah, I know. The funny thing is that if they thought about it the right way, I know how to use my hands. Anywho, yeah, it's been a wild ride. It's been a wild month for us, and it's been a wild month for a lot of people too. People will reach out to me from different places and just say like, "Oh, this is going on," or "This is going on," and it's just like, yeah.
And we're only 2 months in.
I mean, and it's not just like my life, my daily life, right?
No.
I mean, things at my job have been insane. Things at my job have been insane. Just life in general has been insane. And our world has been insane. And yeah. Is there anything else you wanted to?
No, just I appreciate everybody who either texted me, called me, commented on our posts, wishing me health and wellness, and to those who didn't reach out, you can go fuck yourselves.
Yeah, for real. Actually, I'm so glad for all the people who did reach out and text me about her and commented on things and shouted out. And even if you didn't, because I know people are busy.
We understand people are busy. Yes.
Whatever. But it also shows your colors,
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, with your surgery, my birthday rolled around, And that's okay. By the way, Meredith, honey, Meredith, I love you so much. Thank you for reaching out and telling me happy birthday, and I do miss you too. I just want you to know that, like seriously, I'm so happy I get to like witness your progression in life and how things are going for you, and I love you dearly, and I hope you are doing well up there in the frigid north, even though that weather's down here apparently, and I don't know how you all do it up there because I tried and I failed. So, yeah, but it's been a wild one.
Yeah.
It's been a wild one.
It's because you're a true Southerner. That's why you couldn't survive in the north.
Southern and it ain't my fault. Yeah. You ready?
Yeah.
Great. Okay. So basically that was a warm-up for me because I need to ease into these kind of things. And I'm also extremely sober. So it's hard for me to get into the zone of talking about these things. If you don't want to hear a discussion on the things going on in our world because you are too immature to hear something about that, that is your problem. Stop watching this video. If you don't want to hear this because you just don't want to listen to it because you just rather ignore it because you don't want to just even think about it, I respect that. I wholeheartedly do. And if you don't want to watch this, that's okay too. For the rest of the human beings out there who want to hear people talk about the things going on in the world, because we are just two normal, genuine human beings who are having a conversation about these things. We are just talking.
Yes.
So you will not come attacking us on any of the things that we're about to say.
Nope, I'm just grabbing something. Continue.
Okay, so with that, I need you all to remember something. We are human beings. We like to think, and we like to talk, and we like to understand what's going on in our world. So with that, if you don't want to dive into this conversation we are about to have, I understand. And I am going to respect you for not listening to it. There will be no negative comments. There will be no attacking. There will be no nothing. We are going to have a discussion about what's going on in our world. And I really, really highly suggest you all listen to this. Because if you don't talk about the things going on, are you really an educated person? Are you really capable of connecting with other people? Are you really a genuine human being? Mm-hmm. Good. With that, we are going to discuss the Epstein files. And I have been waiting a long time to do this, and I can't wait. Perfect. So, before we get into it, I'm going to do something. There are things that people don't know about me, that you know about me, that I don't discuss with anyone.
Correct.
And if the people hearing this podcast knew what I was referencing, they would probably change their thought pattern of anything I've ever said on here. Mm-hmm. If you go back to around episode, 24? There was a conspiracy episode that we did where I discussed these things and people attacked me. Where are you now? Mm-hmm. Maybe, just maybe, I have worked in things that I knew things because I saw them. Mm-hmm. Just maybe. Just maybe there are people walking this earth that may know things. If you by chance have had some of your friends who you considered to be schizophrenic or crazy or psycho because they were talking about conspiracy theories, I need you to make a phone call to your friends and say, hey, I'm sorry that I didn't listen. But just hold on, just hold on. Mm-hmm. Just hold on. And by the way, I told you I wasn't afraid of death, and I think I'm going to prove it. So, before we start doing anything to make people fully aware that I am not evil, and I am not a part of anything satanic, Psalm 91. Because I am going to say this because of the things we are about to talk about, we are going to make sure that this is very clear for everyone. Mm-hmm. Those who live in the shelter of the Most High will find rest in the shadow of the Almighty. This I declare about the Lord. He alone is my refuge, my place of safety. He is my God, and I trust him. Have we lost trust in the Lord?
No. Have we questioned it?
Have we questioned him lately?
Yeah.
Have I had my spouts with him down here?
Yes.
For he will rescue you from every trap and protect you from deadly disease. He will cover you with his feathers. He will shelter you with his wings. His faithful promises are your armor and protection. Do not be afraid of the terrors of the night, nor the arrow that flies in the day. Do not dread the disease that stalks in the darkness, nor the disaster that strikes at midday. Though 1,000 fall at your side, though 10,000 are dying around you, these evils will not touch you. Just open your eyes. and see how the wicked are punished. Just open your eyes and see how the wicked are punished. If you make the Lord your refuge, if you make the Most High your shelter, no evil will conquer you. No plague will come near your home, for he will order his angels to protect you wherever you go. They will hold you up with their hands so you won't even hurt your foot on a stone. You will trample upon lions and cobras. You will crush fierce lions and serpents under your feet. The Lord says, I will rescue those who love me. I will protect those who trust in my name. When they call on me, I will answer. I will be with them in trouble. I will rescue them and honor them. I will reward them with a long life and give them salvation. So the Epstein files.
Was there anything else you wanted to say before that
Which part?
about reflection and how it doesn't reflect on what you're about to say or what you want to say? It's not a reflection of.
Right. As I said, I don't fear death. I'm already dead. It doesn't matter. I've already died more times in this life than I'm willing to count. What I'm about to say has no reflection on her whatsoever. She has nothing bearing on anything that I am saying here. This is all on me. Do you hear me? She is going to have a conversation with me about these things. And she's going to say whatever she wants.
Correct.
But this is all on me. Are we good?
Yes.
We're good. Great.
Grand.
Grand. Good, great, grand. Okay, so as I have said on this podcast, I do not pay attention to political theater. It is below me. As my standards of being a human being on this earth. Now, when I said that, I never went further.
Nope.
Because you see, the thing about waking people up to our reality and what's happening is you can't just go nuts and be like, oh my God, this is happening, all this shit, and blah, 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 because then everybody will think you're fucking nuts and leave you. How I know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't seem so crazy now, do I? And if you really want to question if it's real or not, if you haven't noticed, the mass media is really not talking about any of it.
Mm-hmm.
Because if we've also pointed out on this podcast, everything that they're saying is scripted.
Yep.
Before we start diving into details and things like that, there's something that I need you all to remember. You always have to ask yourself the question of what if,
Mm-hmm.
right? So, for all my non-conspiracy friends, what if it's not real? What if it's not real, right? Like, what if this is all just a bunch of bullshit that's made up? It's just the next psyop. It's just whatever, okay? Just some psyop that they're just pushing on us because, I mean, like, how could they ever put a psyop out there that like millions of people around the world would ever believe and go get shots and stuff like that and like, oh my God, don't go outside and wear a mask and stuff like that, apocalyptic style, and like don't do anything and shut all your businesses down and kill off your economy and make everything stop. Like that would never happen. So like, right?
Right.
Right, that would never happen. So like, what if it's all fake? What if all this Epstein shit is just fake and it's just a way for them to create divide and a way for them to do whatever and yada yada yada, and they have billions of dollars so they don't care and they're just like, oh yeah, whatever. Okay, what if it's all fake?
And you should be asking yourself, why are they creating this fake narrative?
Exactly. Why would they create it? Not only why would they create it? Think about this. What if you're somebody over in China?
Mm-hmm.
What if you're someone in Russia seeing this? And what if they don't know it's fake?
Mm-hmm.
All I'm going to say is, if you need the address for certain places in the United States that don't involve American civilians, you can find it on Google. Putin. You can find it on Google, bro. Don't bother American citizens. We were not the ones.
Correct.
And we've said this before in this podcast. It wasn't just you that was lied to. All of us were lied to.
Mm-hmm.
All of us were bamboozled. So it's not like I'm like, oh, you all are so fucking stupid. I told you, blah, blah, blah. No. This is why I said I don't judge anyone on what they don't or do know, because we all were lied to.
Correct.
And I've been saying this for years.
Correct. It's when you do know and you choose ignorance.
Right. Or you just choose to ignore it and you keep living your life like it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
It most definitely matters.
Yes, it does.
Because we're talking about something that involves human decency.
Mm-hmm.
This is human decency we're discussing. And just to be clear, we're talking about child sex trafficking, child molestation, murdering kids, eating children. If you all wanted to know if evil existed, I think by now you would know. And as we've said, if evil exists, there has to be the exact opposite.
Mm-hmm.
Has to be the exact opposite.
Yes.
So not only are they proving that evil exists, they're also proving that God exists.
Mm-hmm.
This is why I was saying you all need to repent.
Yes.
Because at this point, I don't know what's about to happen.
None of us do.
I don't know. This is why I said you may want to get right with God.
Mm-hmm.
Remind me of this here in a minute, because I'm going to say something on here that'll drive my point real hard. But in a sane world, if I had been doing these things, what do you think would happen to me?
You'd be imprisoned. And then you would die in prison.
Correct, because if you've ever been in prison, or if you've ever worked in a prison, or if you just pay attention in general, anybody who does anything to children, when they go to jail, they're basically dead anyways.
Mm-hmm. They're DOD.
DOA. The funny thing about it is, prison inmates do more for children than our own government.
Yep.
I'm just going to go ahead and say it, to be completely honest, at this point, if you can't figure out that our government is absolutely corrupted with evil, are you that blind? And at this point, if you're still having the argument of Democrat versus Republican, left versus right, yada, 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 shut the fuck up. You are not getting it.
Mm-hmm.
Sit down for a minute. Remember that you're still a human being. If you haven't sold your soul to the devil, or if you haven't bought into evil, or if you don't have some type of evil demonic presence over you, if you are still a living, breathing, thinking human being at this point, this should bother you.
Mm-hmm. This should stir some disturbance in your heart and in your soul.
Yes, absolutely. Like, for real. Like, how anyone cannot, like, and the funny thing is, like, this is the funny part about it. We have been saying things on here. Oh, this is what I want to say. If you've been listening to this podcast, I know we thank all of you, but like, here's the thing. People don't realize how intelligent I am. The entire time we've been doing this podcast, we've been doing it in a way where we can't say certain things because if I did, I would run the risk of being killed myself. So I was witty about the things I was saying and not saying them directly, but I was saying them in a way where your soul was hearing it, regardless if you like me or not. Your soul was hearing it. Welcome to the new age of church. But there are certain things that people I don't think are thinking about. And it's like, hey, you all may need to just sit down for a minute and think to yourself, what is going on?
Yes.
And as I said to, and I know this sounds crazy to other people. They're like, oh yeah. Somebody from Germany who I work with, standing right in front of me, is talking about all the things going on in Germany. And he's like, dude, Berlin's lost. And all of this nonsense, and I don't know what's going on, and oh my God, and I don't even know where these people came from. I don't get it. I don't understand, and yada, yada, yada. And I just looked at him and I said, hey, brother, also with Heizens, I don't care if you're German. I don't care. You are still a human being. We are nothing more than spiritual beings having a human experience. Most people don't want to accept what is happening in our world because that would mean that they have consequences coming for their sins.
Correct.
Which is why you need to repent. Because we don't know what's happening. We don't know what's going to happen. I think I do know what's going to happen, and quite honest with you. But you may want to repent for your sins. Because either way, we're all going to be talking to God.
Correct.
Either way.
We all will stand before the mighty judge one day.
It does not matter if you believe in him or not.
Correct.
Because at this point, if you don't acknowledge existence of something, if you don't acknowledge the existence of a higher power at this point, get real comfortable with hell. Because you're siding with evil.
Correct.
You're making your choice.
Correct.
You are making your choice in this life.
With your free will, you
With
are
your
making a choice that will be detrimental.
With your own free will, you are making your choice of what you're doing in this life. When I am saying this, I am not talking to if there's somebody with headphones in, I'm not talking to your ears. I'm not talking to your face. You're not seeing me here. I am talking to your soul here. This is soul level, dude. Speaking to somebody's soul, hey, fellow soul, you're seeing my body. There's a soul in here. There's something in here. There's consciousness. The only thing that separates us from every other animal walking the earth is that we have consciousness. And you were created in the image of God. So I don't really care how bad things have been going for me this year. I don't really care about how 2026 has been for me so far. I don't really care that I'm broke, busted, and disgusted. I don't care.
Yep.
Because I know where I'm going, and I know the Lord, and I have a relationship with him. By the way, guys, men, I need you to find your fucking balls, bro. She didn't see what I just did. Yes, you need to find your fucking balls, dude. Because God did not put you here to be a pussy.
Correct.
He did not.
No, he didn't.
He did not put you here to be a pussy. My Christianity fought the Crusades. David fought Goliath, which, by the way, is proof of the existence of giants. You may want to finally, at some point in your existence on this earth, be like, hey, it's okay to admit that God exists. It's okay that I am a sinner.
Just to start somewhere.
For the people who know me in my life, who've never heard me speak like this, my boys went with me to Vegas, okay? They know I'm a sinner. I was a fucking rock star in Nashville. There's plenty of people who know I'm a sinner. Plenty.
Yeah.
The difference is that I was like, oh shit. God does exist. Uh-oh. Like, I was, uh-oh. Oh no. And just because you believe in God, that does not mean that you're going to have an easy way at life. That means that you have to pay for all of your sins. So at least I'm doing it now.
That's why I'm going to disagree with you on that statement.
Karma is real.
Karma is real, yes. But you are not the one who has to pay for your sins.
I'm sorry. Okay, see, here we go. I disagree with you there.
That's fine.
You will pay for your sins on this earth. It's called consequence. You're telling me you don't have consequences for your actions?
Yes, there is always, whenever there is a reaction, whenever there's an action, there is a reaction. Yes, karma is real. But somebody else already paid for all of your sins.
I mean, I get what you're saying here. I get what you're saying here.
Technically, the penalty for sins is death.
I get what you're saying here.
Okay.
This is why I keep telling people to repent, because I don't know what's about to happen.
Correct.
And, I mean, think about it. What is the Super Bowl?
Dumb.
Yes, the NFL is rigged. We all know this.
Correct. There is also a hidden agenda behind the Super Bowl.
What is it?
It is one of the #1 trafficking days in the United States.
Yes. Don't be surprised if the Epstein files are actually real and what they said about the Super Bowl on February 8th this year. Don't be surprised. I won't be.
Mm-mm.
Do you know what that says? World War III starts. Probably be a pretty fucking good reason. And when I was saying, like, men, you all need to fucking grow your nutsacks, how I've been saying that for how many months now?
A while.
We're not voting our way out of this one.
No.
We are not voting our way out of this one.
No.
In a sane world, if any of these things were actually happening, or even if they weren't, the fact that they have not arrested every fucking person on that list, regardless of it, if I got arrested for something I did or did not do, guess what? It is not innocent until proven guilty. It's guilty until proven innocent.
Yes. It was the chair.
Good.
Shut up.
But like, and I'm a fan of Elon Musk. I'm not saying I'm like, see, like when people are like, oh yeah, Elon Musk, like when you say you're a fan of him, they're like, I think they think like, oh, he's like a Taylor Swift kind of person for Elon Musk. I don't give a fuck about Elon Musk. I just like him because he's an engineer and I like what he does, you know, with his technology and the things he's doing. That doesn't mean, in all honesty, Elon Musk, like, I was talking to Elon Musk today.
Yep.
I was like, hey, brother, you can have billions of dollars, but if you don't do these certain things to be happy, guess what? You can have all the money in the world and still be miserable. This is coming from a broke motherfucker who's happy. Who won here?
Exactly.
Who won here?
Correct.
So like, look. He's still in the list. I don't give a fuck. Get his ass in fucking jail right now.
Here's the thing, though. A lot of people in the Christian community aren't going to be surprised by the lists, the names on the lists, and that's because they already see it in their church communities or in mega church communities where people fall and do something, so it comes to no surprise that certain names have been released on that list. Because there's nothing new.
Like the Dalai Lama.
Correct.
Is the Pope on there?
Probably. Would Mother Teresa be?
Is Trump on there?
Probably. Are good Christian pastors on there? Probably.
Did I get a Catholic priest indicted?
Maybe.
Fucker. But the things that were said in those files, even if they're true or not, it's kind of hard not to say that they are. Because in a sane world, if our Department of Justice was actually for us, if the FBI was actually good, if the CIA was good, it's all evil.
It is all a trickle-down effect.
It's a trickle-down effect. It's a trickle-down effect. And if old Donald is compromised by a certain foreign country, what the fuck is going on? Because I will say this, I don't know about you all, but I had this conversation the other day at work with somebody from Brazil who was trying to say that living in Brazil is worse than living in the United States. We started talking about money. And I went, oh, you think it's worse, huh? He's like, yeah. And I went, okay, how much do you pay in taxes? Oh, like this much and this much. I was like, okay, all right. How much is a house? Well, it's like this much, this much. Okay, all right. How many days do you think an American has to work before they even make a dime? He's like, I don't know. 120 days. 120 days out of the year, you work 120 days out of the year before you actually make a dime. Because all of that's just paying taxes. 120 days. 480 hours of your work time is paying taxes. If you stub your toe and you have to go to the hospital, you're fucked. If you try doing something on this earth that's good for people and like you are trying to be genuine and caring and generous, and then you start running into issues, you lose your job, you do whatever, and you're in debt. You're also fucked.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, if they could tax you on air, pretty sure they would. So like,
I mean, they already tax women on a natural body function, not their body.
correct. They do.
Mm-hmm.
So like, when I say wake up, when I say open your eyes,
Mm-hmm.
this is what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure there's quite a few people in the Bengals community that are wondering, where the fuck have I been?
Same.
I'm sorry to tell you all this, but I woke up 3 years ago. I was early. This is why this isn't affecting me. This is why I'm so capable of smiling and laughing, even with all this going on.
Mm-hmm.
But
Sorry, I had to prove that I was a bigger Bengals fan than you by having more Joe Burrow surgeries.
yeah, she's had more Joe Burrow surgeries than I have.
That means I am the bigger Bengals fan than you.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Mm.
Hmm.
Mm.
I think I'm going to do it.
Okay.
Should I?
Do you want to finish your other thought and then come to that? Since I interrupted your train of thought.
Yeah, well, we'll come back to that.
Okay.
I'll prove that one.
Okay.
But like, I mean, you can't be a Christian and follow God and defend any of this.
You're absolutely right.
You can't. You cannot be a Christian who believes in God and say that you are going to be like, oh, well, no, no, no.
You can't consider yourself a biblical Christian.
You cannot.
Mm-hmm.
And this is coming from somebody who was like, oh, well, this whole God thing, I don't know, whatever, the Bible. The way I figured out God existed, I was stoned to bejesus while walking around the lake I lived at. And I was walking and I was just like, oh, man, I tell you. And I'm walking, I'm like, I was like, every action has an equal and opposite reaction. So if evil exists, then, oh, shit.
Mm-hmm.
And if you haven't listened to our God series, we're going to redo that one, by the way. But if you haven't listened to our, well, if we make it there, who knows? But if you haven't listened to our God series yet, if you all really wanted me to hurt you to where you would feel it internally, and I can just be standing on this side of the phone, this side of the camera, this side of the microphone, this side of Spotify, I could just say very simplistic things to you, and you would feel it inside you.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So if you have some type of internal feeling when that happens, guess what? It's affecting you. Like,
Yep. It is. You can't ignore it.
you can't ignore it. You can't. If you choose to ignore it, you're still choosing evil.
You're just choosing ignorance if you choose to ignore it.
You're choosing ignorance. It is absolutely ignorant. If you are an educated human being, that doesn't mean that you have master's degrees. It doesn't mean that you have PhDs. It doesn't mean you're a doctor. It doesn't mean you're an engineer. It doesn't mean you're a psychiatrist. It doesn't mean that you're a teacher. It doesn't mean that you're a... midnight ballerina, doesn't mean that you're a garbage man, doesn't mean you're a plumber, doesn't mean that you're... If you are a conscious, living, breathing human being, it does not matter if you have any type of intelligence in your mind. If you are capable of speaking your own name and knowing when your birthday is, and you are ignoring this, you are choosing evil.
You're choosing death.
But that's your choice. That is your choice.
Everybody has
you
free
can
will.
make your choice in this life. You have your own free will.
And that is a true sign of a loving God.
Here's the thing. Yes, there is a loving God, but if you make your choice, you've made your choice.
And you continue on that path.
God's just gonna be like, well, you made your choice.
Correct.
Whether you believe in God or not, everybody talks to God eventually.
Correct.
Everyone.
Correct. Whether that is when you were 5 years old or 99 on your deathbed.
Doesn't matter. And even if I'm wrong, I think I'd rather be, conscious about this.
Exactly.
Even if I'm wrong. I could be totally wrong, guys. I could be totally fucking
We
wrong.
both could be totally wrong.
I could be totally wrong.
But I'd rather be on this side.
Yeah.
than
I'd rather.
the other side.
Yeah. I don't want to be on the evil side. Well, hold on a minute. Let me be very clear. When I was drunk all the time, partying all the time, fucking a bunch of bitches, and had a bunch of money and cars and my own place to live, and pretty much could do whatever the fuck I wanted, and living the life, I was much happier. Much happier.
Your external self was.
Yeah. And then when I finally woke up and I was like, oh no, this is what I'm doing to myself. Not my physical body. My emotional standpoint was shit because I wasn't thinking about what I was doing to other human beings. Not like I was being a terrible person. I still was a loving, caring human being, but
You still had tendencies.
I still had stupid tendencies. My mental health. See, the thing about it is that when you drink, all you're doing is
Ingesting toxins.
you're ingesting toxins and spirits into your system, and it makes your mind start fucking doing weird things. And then you start giving your soul away. You start leaving yourself. This is known as an NPC, a non-playable character. You are a dick with legs.
If you're a dude.
You are a walking vagina. Congratulations. Doesn't matter how much money you have. Doesn't matter how educated you are. That's what you are.
Yeah.
That's it. Because you are not consciously thinking about how you're treating other human beings and being kind to each other and loving each other regardless of who they are, what they are. Doesn't matter. We all bleed the same. The only difference between me and you is that you have a vagina and I have a dick. That's it. That's the only difference between you and me.
Correct.
But what makes us different is how we treat people, how we are consciously treating other people, how we make conscious decisions about how we are portraying ourselves on this earth.
Correct. Because it comes down to character.
It does come down to character. Money will never buy you character or integrity.
No, it won't. And if you think it does, you're so stupid.
Thank you. This is something I said to Elon. I was like, hey, bro, it doesn't matter how many billions of dollars you have. Guess what? The Bible says if you hoard all of that,
Yeah.
why do you think you're miserable, bud?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Pretty easy.
Yep. Yeah. It was the chair.
Okay, just making sure.
It's the stupid chair.
It's a chair.
I'm gonna punch you. I'm gonna throw one of these balls at you.
Well, you know,
You catch it?
maybe. And see, this is where I'm going to start walking a line. And for everybody I used to work with, I did not sign an NDA. That does not mean that I am going to say things I shouldn't. Because I know what I can and can't say. If you've never done a podcast at this level, like, we're not talking about football, which is fine. You know, like, if I talked about the things I enjoy, I would be doing a secondary Bill Dance episode. Like,
Hell yeah.
right, fucking fishing on the side of the lake, just like, hey, I'm going to teach you all how to fish on the side of a lake. Fuck a boat. Like, this is poor man's fishing. I'm going to teach you all how to get good at it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you can talk about sports. You can talk about
Whatever.
Don't, you know, we're not. But you all aren't discussing the things we're discussing on here. And there's a fine line of things we can and can't say. We have made videos where the camera has shut off when we happen to mention a certain foreign country.
Correct. You want to check it?
Yeah, actually, we probably should. We are still on, so we are still okay.
Cool.
And the reason why I say that is because I'm going to read something just so you all can get a glimpse of this life that I am living. If you all don't want to, if you all want to really question me and what I know.
Correct.
See, the thing about it is that I am going to read text messages that I receive. And this is a part where I said none of this has anything to do with her. This is me. This is my cell phone. See, I am a Bengals fan. This is my cell phone. Huh?
Nothing.
This is my cell phone. This was sent to me. And I decided to play along. So, let's have a discussion about the things that I receive. And I need you all to put your seatbelt on for anyone who has ever thought that I am crazy. Because I will show you proof. Here it is right there. You can even look at the fucking number. I don't really give a shit. That's not mine. It's this number that texts me. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Hi, it's Jennifer from Friends for Peace. We're asking people about Gaza and how violence impacts civilians. Do you have a moment to chat? Oh, do I? Hi, Jennifer. Why would I care about anything going on in this world when no one helps me or Americans? Have you not seen through the veil? We are all just slaves. Start praying to God. We are all going to need it. I see how you feel. It can be really tough to feel like nobody's looking out for us, and it's understandable to feel frustrated. I believe in the strength and resilience of the American people, and I think we have a unique opportunity to make a difference by standing with our allies, like Israel, who share our values of freedom and democracy. Some frame this as a political or border dispute, but for Israel, it's fundamentally about defending civilians from terrorism. What's your perspective? Could you ask them to send me around $175,000 right now because I need that in order to live? I can't pay you, but I'd still like to chat with you about what's on your mind and see if we can find some common ground. Are you up for that? I don't even know what to say about Israel. If I was them, I would stop making it look like I'm evil. And I'm not saying anything judgmental here. But I mean, in all seriousness, is Israel openly going to say that they're evil, or are they just going to keep parading around like they aren't? That's how they look. I have yet to say anything directly wrong about Israel, by the way. I am just commenting. Mm-hmm. I'm here to listen and talk about the issues that matter to you. Some people view the situation in Israel as a complex issue, but for them, it's about protecting their citizens from harm. What do you think is the most important thing for people to understand about this? I think people need to realize that this is nothing more than a spiritual battle between good and evil. Maybe Israel should pick a side. Is it good or evil? Who are they to say anything about humans in general, or are they just pushing slavery? And then I did ask it, I'm assuming this is AI. Then it said, they're definitely on the side of good, and I think it's clear that they're fighting against terrorism and working towards peace. I've been listening to Douglas Murray, and this short video changed how I see Gaza, especially how Hamas uses civilians and aid. It's not Israel versus civilians, but stopping a terrorist group that puts civilians in danger. Would a country realistically ignore a terrorist threat that puts its families at risk? I don't have any want or need to continue this conversation over something that doesn't even affect me and is completely pointless. Or are you saying it does affect me in ways that I don't even know? I truly don't give a shit. How this world is even revolving anymore is beyond me. I'm pretty sure we all died in 2012 when they opened CERN, but I haven't come to that conclusion yet. God hasn't lifted me off the earth to tell me otherwise, so I'm just going to guess that that's what happened, and we're currently living in hell. That's what I think. Are we all dead? It's right there. Yes, it does affect you, even if you don't realize it, because Israel is on the front lines defending Western values and democracy, which directly impacts America's future and freedom. So what you're saying is that something on the other side of the world that has no impact on my daily life actually has an effect on me? So what you're saying is that they are doing something to affect Americans. So what you're saying is that they do have control over all of this. So what you're saying is that they do run the world. So what you're saying is they did kill Charlie Kirk. So what you're saying is that what you're saying? These are all questions. Mm-hmm. This is just a conversation. Mm-hmm. I'm just trying to find information.
Correct.
You texted me. Mm-hmm. So who would be the terrorist organization? Answer that honestly. Who is a real terrorist organization? Mm-hmm. If that's what you're saying, a whole day went by. A whole day. I thought we were having a conversation. Where did you go? I'm still here. It seems like you're feeling really overwhelmed and unsure about what's going on in the world, and that can be really difficult and confusing place to be. Does this make you feel differently about Israel's need to protect itself? I have some more questions if you're ready. I could care less about Israel. Why do you even care? When has Israel ever helped you? Directly helped you? When have they ever provided you with money to help you and your family. Can you answer that? A few hours go by. I really wish you would have this conversation with me. I'm here to chat with you, and I care about Israel because they're a vital ally to the U.S., sharing our values and helping keep the region stable. Does the fact that Israel is fighting against terrorism and working towards peace make you see the situation differently? No. We will never know the whole story, and I will never put any amount of thought towards anything that doesn't have an impact on my daily life. I understand where you're coming from, but I want to thank you for taking the time to chat with me about this. It's been helpful to hear your perspective. Too many Americans are suffering for me to care at all about a foreign country. Until they directly help any of us, their problems are not mine. Mm-hmm. Most of their military support comes from the U.S. without helping the U.S. in return. If you look at all the bombs that are dropped, all of them say made in the USA. I did not say anything that would require an NDA there. Just want to point that out. You know why I just said that. Political theater is below my standards as a human being. Maybe if governments didn't try to control people, they wouldn't have so many problems. Fuck with me again. That's the kind of text messages I get. Mm-hmm. I didn't do anything wrong. I was just asking questions.
No, you were just asking questions.
Just asking questions. Mm-hmm. Let me make sure the camera's still on. It is. We have done videos where we have discussed certain things about certain entities in this world, and the camera has shut off.
Yes. Or the microphones.
Or the microphones. Or the thingamajig fucking acting all weird and fucking moving everywhere.
Yep.
The thing about that I just read all this, the reason why I did, is because in the Epstein files, it talks about how Israel has corrupted our government. Mm-hmm.
And we're not saying the people of Israel.
We are not saying Jews.
Correct.
This is nothing against Jewish community.
No,
nothing.
It is the Israel government.
Just like it's the American government.
Because you have to think, if America has a deep state, other countries have to have a deep state as well.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Why are you putting sex symbols out there? Okay. Well, from my angle, it looked like you were doing this. Stop.
Q. I am in the know. It's not like I'm,
Correct. I mean, anybody watching this is probably thinking I'm doing something because I'm just playing with magnetic balls, but I have two of them that are not going the same direction, so I'm just sitting here doing this. I can guarantee you somebody is like, she's doing something. Nope. It's just physics.
She's not doing witchcraft.
No. God, no. It's just two magnets that won't connect. Simple as that.
The thing about all of this is that, there are tremendous things that were said in those files. Yes. There are tremendous things that, even if it's real or even if it's fake, should have never been said if it was fake, because you're putting Americans' lives at risk.
Correct.
Do you think I would travel to another country at this point?
No.
Because if we are looking at, if there are crazy people in this country, if we are looking at Israel, how you just said, it's like, we are not talking about the Jewish community. Correct, we're not. But if you go to another country and they're like, oh, the fucking American government did that, fucking Americans must be insane. Mm-hmm. I will highly suggest you may want to hold back from going to another country right now.
Yep.
And I'm not saying that trying to scare anybody. Like, I am
No,
not.
like when you're going to get a culture shock to begin with, because our culture is completely different from their culture.
Right, like cultures are different and all stuff like
But
that.
you also
and like,
don't know how they are thinking of
right,
Americans right now.
right. Like that's like
Most of them think that we are a laughing stock. Our country is a laughing
it's
stock.
deserving.
It is rightfully deserving.
It's very deserving, because whether you are Democrat, whether you are Republican, it's all of them. So,
Correct.
like, that's why I'm like, yo, leave.
You're acting a fool.
You're acting a fool. If any of us walking around did any of these things, will we still be freely walking around doing insider trading and taking people's tax money and being rich?
Nope.
No. No, we would not.
Correct.
Like
the fact that we have the First Amendment to do this.
correct. We are lucky we can do this.
Correct. And
We're
other
lucky.
countries, they can't.
And it's not in like
Thank God I'm a woman in America.
to our friends who watch this, I hope you realize how difficult it is for us to even talk about these things. Because
In the beginning, I did not want to talk about this shit.
neither did I. Neither did I. I never, ever, when we started doing this, I never thought we would have this conversation. Ever.
And you've been, I don't want to say you've been pushing it for a while, but it's like, we've been edging towards it.
Yes, we have. But it's like, look, it's kind of hard for me to be walking. Like, do you think I talk about this shit with people I see every day?
No.
No. I just like walk around like willy-nilly. I'm at the gym, fucking getting my pump on, hey dude, what do you think about Israel? Like, but like, we aren't the only podcast that talk about these things.
No, we are not.
There are many people talking about all this crazy shit
Correct.
going on.
It's just the fact that you and I are not going to dumb ourselves down to what the
rest of society wants, the rest of Cincinnati wants.
the rest of the system wants us to talk about.
Exactly.
And dumb us down.
We are free-willed,
Correct.
thinking, breathing human beings. We can
Correct.
talk about these things.
Yes.
We have the First Amendment.
Correct.
Last time I checked.
But it is also the fact that, again, we will not dumb ourselves down to be sheep
No.
and just watch what they tell us to watch, eat what they tell us to eat, listen to what they tell us to listen to. You and I have never been of herd mentality.
Nope. Nope.
And that is because our wiring is different.
Is it?
And our wiring is different and
Is it?
divinely coded.
Is it?
Yes.
To me, this is just a normal day.
Yes, to me and you it is.
And like, I'm like, do other people not talk about these things?
No.
I do know people who do.
We do, yes. But to most people, everything is surface level.
Right. Like, to me, like, this is just like normal coming out of my mouth. Like, do you all not think these things? You all don't like.
They don't want to talk about it if they do. And that also ties into the emotional intelligence.
Like, I truly don't feel sorry for any of you that has come to that moment where you're looking at this world and you're like, is any of this real? What is going on? Oh, shit. And you're having that just mental breakdown because it's a different level.
Correct.
Welcome to the Great
I
Awakening.
have a friend who's literally going through that right now. And
Well-
I don't fully know what to say to her.
I don't feel bad for you. I tried warning you. That's what I say.
Not that. It's just like
I've tried.
they are going through a crisis because of stuff that they're dealing with. And at this point, I've said everything that I could say, except the one thing that I know will help. But they don't want to hear it. I don't care to say it. I'll still say it whenever I speak to them, but how they react is on them. And then that's them choosing.
Like,
And that's okay.
do you all realize how hard it is for me to still continue on in this thing called life?
Mm-hmm. No, they don't understand.
It's hard for me to wake up every day and go to work because I'm starting to wonder what's the point.
Mm-hmm.
I'm starting to wonder if the world we're living in truly is actually a sane world because,
It's not.
like I said, if it really was, all of those people in that list, and also, they've had that list since 2006.
Yep.
Anyone on that list since Epstein was indicted should be in jail.
Mm-hmm.
If you were in a car with one of your friends and they did something stupid and you were not doing anything stupid, guess who still goes to jail?
You, because you're still an accomplice.
You're an accomplice.
Mm-hmm.
If they knew about this since 2006, all of them should be prosecuted.
Mm-hmm.
If this was a sane world, the fact that it hasn't happened, and then you got Shapiro, right? Is that his name?
Sure.
Huh?
Continue. I think I know who you're talking about, yes.
You got that guy being like, oh yeah, no, this is all nonsense. This is all nonsense. And like I said before, even if it's not real, even if it is nonsense, somebody over in fucking Russia who is capable of doing something to our country, if they're seeing this, what happened in the 1940s?
Good question.
Because the last time someone was doing something to a group of humans, women and children, what happened?
Yep.
China just said any act of child molestation and sex trafficking and all that stuff is punishable by death.
Mm-hmm.
China just said that.
Mm-hmm. Here's the other thing too, if you're in uproar about what's happening in the United States, go look at the other countries. Go look at India.
It's not just our country, guys.
It's not just our country.
This is happening all over the world that God created.
Mm-hmm. And this isn't the first time.
Nope. Nope. It's about to get real biblical up in this bitch.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Which is bringing me back to my point. You may want to repent and get right with God. Because I don't know what's about to happen.
Correct. None of us do.
But I'm guessing it's probably not going to be good for a few people.
It's not going to be good for a lot of people.
Nope. 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 No. This is how serious I am. This is how serious I am about this. I have yet to say anything on this subject since the God series. Do you know what I'm about to say?
Mm-mm.
About Lady Robo?
Okay.
Honey, no matter how much I have hated you for what you destroyed that we had, and how much I have just questioned every single day of how you could have done what you did to us and what you've done to me, I'm still asking you, from the bottom of my heart, the part that still loves you for some fucking idiotic reason, to please repent. Like I was having that conversation with you when we were sitting by the creek down there. Honey, you need to believe in something. And not just because I love you, but because you need to love yourself. And regardless of how angry I am with you at the things that you ruined between us, I consciously can't sit here and not tell you, hey, you are also a human being on this earth and I need you to repent. Because I don't want you to make that choice. Because I still stupidly love you in some aspect. That's how serious I am about this.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I'm still like, I'm still a cool cat. And I still like to joke around and hang out and go to strip clubs and text Jake and be like, yo, bro.
Correct.
Hey, if the world doesn't end, we're still going. And, like, I still like to live this thing called life. And I still like to enjoy this thing called life.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't mean that I'm just going to be like, whatever.
You have to find the fine line and the fine dance between living in this world and knowing what is on the other side.
Yeah, man. Like, guys, if you can't see it yet, I don't know how, but this is nothing more than a spiritual battle. World War III started a long time ago. This is a spiritual battle that we are just going through. And the thing about it is there's a few things I'm not going to say on here.
Mm-hmm.
You can imagine how bad they are.
Correct.
Because all of this is making me really wonder.
Mm-hmm.
What happened back in 1944?
Mm-hmm.
What really happened? Because the victor always writes the story.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not just me and you having that conversation. There have been other people that have had that conversation.
Yes.
Like, there are people that are starting to think, like, what the fuck happened back then? Because something's not adding up.
Correct.
And I mean, you can tell that there are people that are terrified to talk about this.
Mm-hmm.
You have seen big podcasts like Theo Vaughn straight up say, you hear me, Israel? You have also seen big podcasts like Joe Rogan where Theo Vaughn happens to mention Israel. And he's like, no, we're not going to go there.
Mm-hmm.
As I said, none of this is on her. This is all on me. I have already died more times than I can count in this lifetime. I am not afraid of death. I think I just proved it.
Correct.
So, like, we may, as a human species, want to think about what the hell we're doing here.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, something's going wrong with our government. Obviously, something's going haywire with everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I truly don't know what's going to happen because, well, I do know what's going to happen. but I don't think other people are ready or willing to accept it.
You have a glimpse of what is going to happen. You do not fully know.
Well, I don't fully know, but I do know what could happen.
Yes. That is fair.
And to all of the people over there in Europe that listen to this, who are witnessing these things, that is hearing this American talk about this and being like, oh, finally, they're starting to get it. Hey, guys, a lot of the Americans over here don't.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really glad to hear from people from Germany and from the UK and from other places over there in that region that they are experiencing these things and they're seeing it. And I'm glad that you all are doing what you're doing, because at least you're fighting.
Mm-hmm.
At least you're trying.
Correct.
That gives me hope.
Correct.
And if you don't believe in God and you don't think the Bible is real and all those things like that, the thing about it is that I need you to realize is that it's not just some like false sense of hope. That's not what it is.
Nope.
God is hope. God is love.
Mm-hmm.
And if you treat each other with love and kindness, life tends to give back to you.
Yes, it does.
And I'm just saying that as somebody who's been on this earth for 37 years. Like, I mean, to me, it's just like, yeah, this is what you're supposed to do as a human being. I don't understand why people don't understand this.
Mm-hmm.
This very well may be one of our heaviest episodes we've ever had.
It is.
I am completely sober.
Mm-hmm.
That was the chair.
If I get up and you sit down, it'll also make noises.
Nah.
Bet.
No, I'm not saying no.
So that is why we will end on a lighter note.
We will. Before we end, if you've made it this far, I really want to say thank you, because I know that this is not normally how we talk on here. This is not normally how we do this podcast, and this is not normally something that we generally feel comfortable speaking on camera about.
Correct.
But I'm feeling like at this point in time, if we don't, then we're not using our voice in the correct way.
Correct. Your girl had to take an anxiety pill just in case.
See? And I'm completely sober. I did have a bottle of whiskey out here just in case I needed to.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yo, I don't drink. Sorry, it's cold. I don't drink, but I was like, I may need this for this one because I am completely sober, so I'm trying to
And you did a good job.
Thank you, I appreciate it. So did you. Good job. Should I do it
If you would like to.
before we end? Since I don't know what's about to happen in the world, I'm going to get something off my chest.
Okay.
You see, I've been doing something for quite a while that I never told anyone about until, when was that, 2021?
Sure.
2021, when I was up in Detroit, hanging out with my sugar mama. And I said, you know what? I know somebody who's up here having a tailgate.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I'm going to go talk to my buddy, old pal, Bengal Jim,
Mm-hmm.
who I've never met. And I told him I would never do this. But after 13 years, Jim, I think it's about time.
13 or is it more than that? Didn't you just have an anniversary that you posted?
It's 13 years.
Okay.
So I walked up to Bengal Jim's tailgate and I took a picture of his bus, and I was like, yo, I need to talk to you. And Nikki had no clue what was about to happen. Like I didn't tell her, like, I'm walking through Detroit, and I'm like, Nikki, I got to go do something. And she's like, okay. And I'm sitting there like, she's like, what the hell's wrong with you? I was like, nothing, Nikki, nothing. Don't worry about it. Nothing. She's like, okay. And I'm like, yeah. And I'm fucking like down in beers as I'm going, like, oh my God. So I get up the Bengals Jim's bus, and I'm like looking for Jim, and I can't see him anywhere. There's all these people around. I'm like, come on, man, where's this guy at? And I see him, and he's up in it. I walked up to him, and I was like, hi, Jim.
Yeah.
And he goes, hey, buddy, how's it going? I was like, I've been waiting 9.5 years to publicly say this to someone. Nikki's like standing there, and she went, what the hell? And Jim looks at Nikki, and she's like, oh, I don't know what the hell he's about to say, but I can't wait to hear this.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, Jim, I am a really big fan of yours, and I've been waiting 9.5 years to tell you this. You're going to be the first person I've ever told this. And he was like, what the hell do you have to say? I've been doing something for 9.5 years, and I never told any of you all. And now I'm publicly saying it. Because I really don't care anymore, because the Drunk Bengals fan account has done so much for me in my life and taking me so far in this life that if I don't start telling people about this, they'll never know how incredible this whole experience has been for me. This bottle was my test run for these stickers that if you go down to Wild Turkey down there in Covington and you look at the poll, one of these is on there. And I tested this out and stuck it in a freezer in Nashville. And if you go back to the DBF and you start looking at it, you'll see a picture and a video when I had this. I was like, stickers are fucking great. And this thing has done so many things in this life for me that it's insanity. It's utter insanity. The way that I got that name, the way that I got the name for this, I was down in Lexington when I was attending the engineering college at UK, and I went to Buffalo Wild Wings down there, and I'm sitting at the bar, and I got my Bengals jersey on. I had a this is important, I had a black and orange studded belt on, and I'm sitting at the bar chilling, okay? I'm watching the Cincinnati versus Miami game when Giovanni Bernard had that 98 fucking turn around run and go over here and come back over this way and go over this way and come over here and then run all the way down the field and score a touchdown. That game. I'm sitting at the bar, okay? Next thing you know, halftime happens. And there was this older couple sitting behind me at a table. Well, the guy gets up and he walks through the bathroom. And I'm just sitting there chilling. Next thing you know, the lady walks up next to me and she's like, oh my God, I love your belt. And I went, thanks. Great. Okay. Yeah. Oh. You were, yeah, okay. And I was like, hey, your husband is in the bathroom. Oh, he don't mind. I went, bitch, he's coming out of the bathroom right now. I don't give a fuck.
Right.
She was like, oh, okay. And she goes and sits down, or no, she was still standing there. And I was like, I look back at this guy, and he's just sitting there like, how you doing? And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? And she's like, you want to sit down with us? And I was like, bitch, the Bengals are fighting for their lives right now in this football game, and that's why I'm here to drink some beers and get drunk and watch this game. She was like, okay, suit yourself. Sits on down. So, of course, the Bengals went and lost that game. So I'm about 3 sheets to the wind walking out of the bar, fucking Bengals, fucking stupid, fucking Andy Dalton. And it's downpour raining in Lexington. And this lady and this guy are standing at the door, and they were like, hey, our hotel's right down the street. Can we get a ride? And I went, yo, I'm too drunk. I'm walking back to campus. And they're like, oh, come on back with us. Our hotel's right over there. I'm like, nope. And the lady goes, this fucking drunk Bengals fan. God damn. And I was, so to the swingers out there that made me, gave me the name for this, thank you so very much. I started this after the Bengals played the Colts in the playoffs and lost. And I was an RA at UK. And I was sitting at the front desk at 8 o'clock in the morning, hungover as a motherfucker. And I didn't want to complain about the Bengals anymore on my regular social media. So I had already had Twitter because I started it because a band called The Fall of Troy was playing in Cincinnati, and I was down in Georgetown at the time, and they were giving away free stuff, and I knew they were driving south, so I started a Twitter account so I could whatever. So I was like, wait, I'll just start a fucking Twitter account. What the hell am I going to name this thing? Drunk Bengals fan. And then I needed to find a picture because I was like, well, I don't want it to be me, because I got to, whatever. And I Googled this guy. If anybody could find this guy, I would love to talk to him because I don't think he quite understands how important he is for the Bengals Twitter community. But I Googled drunk Bengals fan, and that's the first thing that came up. And ever since then, for 13 years, that has been the picture of this thing. Mm-hmm. So when me and her talk about saying the Bengals Twitter community, there were parts of us that really worked hard to have that community formed. And the people that I have met through there have seriously been some incredible people in this life. And I have been so grateful for all of them. It doesn't matter if you all don't like me. It doesn't matter if you do like me. I have been grateful for everybody and all the experiences I've gotten to just live in this life because this thing has truly changed my life. And the things I've gotten to do because of this thing. I mean, in all seriousness, I don't have enough time to go over all of the things that this thing has done for me at all. This thing has utterly changed my life. That sticker is in 32 states. That sticker is in 3 countries. No, 4. 4 countries, because I sent one over to the UK. That sticker is in some wild fucking places.
Yes, it is.
Pretty wild. And I have met some of my most favorite human beings because of that thing. And because of that thing, I've gotten to do things in this life that I've always wanted to do. Not just for myself, but for other people. We've helped out Project Game Day, and we've gotten information out there for people, pinpointing where tailgating is, the tailgating gauntlet with Drew Garrison, working with Garage Beer, getting a shirt made with, Hold on. I got the picture of Drew Garrison wearing the Zach Taylor Made Me Drunk shirt, and Garage Beer made that shirt and sold it for charity on their website. And we were up there at the Cincy Hat Tattoo event, and I fucking ran over to Zach Taylor, and I handed it to him and said, here, I need you to sign this. And he looked at it and he went, oh my God, are you kidding? I went, yeah. And then I handed him a bunch of my stickers, here you go, dude. Mm-hmm. Ted Karras and me, we met at that brewery in Miami.
Little Miami Brewing.
Little Miami Brewery.
The very first Cincy Hat event.
Yeah, in Milford. And I'm saying this is legit how this went down. I walk in to take a leak and I'm standing there doing my thing, and next thing you know, this giant human comes next to me, and I look over and went, "Hey, Ted," and he was like, "Hey, bud, how's it going?" And to me, I was like, "Oh, so like we were like sitting there bullshitting and talking, and I was like, man, I got to tell you something, but I don't tell anybody about this." He's like, "Okay," and I handed him one of the stickers. I was like, "Here you go, brother," and he signed it for me. And this is also when he's like, "Man, you're a rock star." I went, "I know, Ted." So then Bengal Jim was having an event down at Newport on the Levee, and I went and I signed one of my stickers, DBF, and I handed it to him. And Ted's standing there like, "You son of a bitch." I was like, "Here you go. Now you're famous, Ted." This thing, and I've gotten to do so much with the Cincinnati Bengals because of that thing. And I've gotten to tell so many stories because of that thing. I mean, like, when I was up there, when I took my ex-girlfriend to a game, and she was not aware of everything. And it's always funny, whenever somebody doesn't know, I walk down to Bengal Jim's tailgate, and I'm like, "They don't know about everything, Jim." And he's like, "Oh, you're in for a ride today." And like, yeah, we'll see if they make it,
Mm-hmm.
And one of my most, and dude, this is how cool this is. And shout out to Tailgate Brewery and the Nashville Bengals fan club, because what we did down there was something incredible. We had a place where people can come and watch Bengals games. We had a Bengals playoff ball delivered to our bar. Tailgate Brewery, like, we were, like, if you really think about it, most of that was during the dead season, and we were helping the people who work there pay their rent because of all the influx of people that came there to the bar and like spending money, and we were generating business. And we had massive parties down there and massive tailgates that we just did. Like, they were huge tailgates that have gone on with this thing.
Yeah.
And we, like, so for the Bengal Gyms and the Trailers tailgate they had before the playoff game down there, I'm down there just vibing, dude. I'm just vibing down there in the playoff tailgating atmosphere, like we finally made it to the playoffs, thank God. We won a game. I don't know if they're going to win today, but who knows? And how I went to the game, this is a good story.
You have a lot of stories.
I know. I have too many. Like, there's too many to go. I'm going to finish with this one, and we're going to call it a day. And this isn't Mike down there. I met my second ever follower, Mike, who had been following me the whole way. I gave him. I did a little giveaway that Bengals and Bourbon won, and I didn't get it to him until 4 years later. But Mike was living north of me from Nashville, and I stopped at a random Walmart parking lot, and I handed him a giant bottle of booze and a bunch of these stickers. Said, "Here you go, brother." And then he ended up coming down to a game down in Nashville and hung out with me one day, and we were just space cadets walking around having a good time. But I wasn't going to go to the game. I was going to go to the bar and just watch the game and call it a day, because I was going to go to the bar. And next thing you know, one of my very first followers, all the way back from the very beginning, messages me and says, "Hey man, you going to the game?" And I was like, "Nah, dude, I'm not going to the game. Are you?" And he's like, "I don't know if I'm going to be able to fly out," because he's over in Colorado. I don't know if I'm going to be able to fly out. But yeah, I was just seeing if you were going to the game or not. And I was like, "Nah." And he's like, "Okay." Well, he's like, "Hey, you got an email address? I was going to send you some shit." And I was like, "All right, cool, yeah." I get an email with a ticket to the game, the playoff game. And I'm like, "Oh my God." I'm like, "Oh my God, dude, I got a ticket to the game. I can't wait." And I'm walking into the Titan Stadium, and I'm like, "Where's my oh, okay." So I'm walking over, and he knew I had an Evan McPherson jersey on before anyone ever had an Evan McPherson jersey. I bought it before the season even started that year when they drafted him. Mm-hmm. And it's like stained yellow, still smells like beer, cigars, some other substances, because I partied hard in that thing during that playoff run. I get to my seat. I am 4 rows behind where Evan McPherson's warming up. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, just standing there, just, oh my God, I don't believe this. And the game's getting ready to start. Next thing you know, this guy is like, so you're him, huh? And I look at him like, what? You're the drunk Bengals fan. I went, are you? And he's like, what's up, man? And he came all the way over and watched that playoff game with me. Mm. And I will never forget that. Mm-hmm. Before the game, I was at Bengal Gyms, and the trailer has treated me like Cincinnati tailgating royalty, because that's what I like to call them. Mm-hmm. And I'm standing there and I'm talking to this old guy and his son for probably 35 minutes. We're just in this tailgate just talking how great things are and how happy we are the Bengals are playing, and we're talking about football and stuff like that. And I was like, all right, they're getting ready to leave. And I said, hey, before y'all walk away, I have this stupid fucking Twitter account that I don't tell anybody I do, but here's some stickers, y'all can have them. And his son looks at it and he goes, oh my God. I was like, what? He's like, I've been following this for years. And I was like, what? He's like, dude, I've been following you for fucking years, dude. In the middle of probably 10,000 people. Mm-hmm. And whenever I end my tailgating experience down there in Cincinnati, I always stop to talk to him and his father and their whole family.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're in some family photos.
Yeah, I'm in family photos with some of these people. And then when me and my ex-girlfriend, I didn't have a job. I just moved up from Nashville. We're just down there, and I was like, don't buy a ticket because, whatever. And then some guy just walked up and he said, hey man, you want these tickets? It's in section 109, the 3rd row. And I went, dude, I would love to, but I can't. I literally can't. And he was like, just give me whatever you got. I was like, I just have a $100 bill. And this is my last $100 bill that I have. And he went, okay. And then I ended up getting these seats down there, and I talked to these people next to us that their son was not at the game because his wife was currently at the hospital in labor, so they weren't at the game. So I talked to them and had one of the largest posts, but I've had I have videos of that stadium, before the Bills game, just showing off the stadium. And
you got a lot.
Yeah, save a lot. And never planned on telling anybody. But I figured it's been 13 years.
I also figured it out in 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's how me and her met, was because of this stupid damn thing. She figured it out. And the rest is history, I guess.
Yes,
but
it is.
Yeah, we met before Bill's game. Mm-hmm. And that's honestly, we met there and everything was, it was cool. And then I started going through some personal things, and you happened to notice because you saw the lack thereof the drunk Bengals fan.
Correct.
Which is why I questioned if you worked for certain entities, but also how I knew that you were a genuine, great human being who was going to be one of my best friends in this life, and I am truly grateful for you. And that's all because of some stupid Twitter account I made as a drunk, hungover RA at Hagen Hall at the University of Kentucky. And I haven't even scratched the surface of all the stories I have with this thing.
No. We'll have to make an episode completely of just that.
Yeah.
Because we'll talk about my favorite Drunk Bengals fan story.
And for everybody who thinks that they hate me because I was attacking the
Just attacking people in general.
oh yeah, I never attacked anybody, but people who thought I was attacking the good berries, that was a very large miscommunication. And
There's a story behind it that we will talk about.
yeah, we'll
at
talk about that
another
one
point.
later. But hey guys, still want to say sorry about that whole experience. Neither one of us were at fault, but it does make a pretty good story. Honestly, I wish somebody would have hit me with a chair or something like that, or like, I don't know, the whole Goodberry clan came at me.
It's a story to say the least.
Yeah, it's a story to say the least. We all the next day we all hugged and said sorry, and it was really funny because one of their wives, like, we would run into them at another tailgate and he'd be like, "Oh, do you know these people?" I'm like, "I know everyone here."
Yeah.
And she was like, "Oh my God, I am so sorry."
We'll tell that story in detail.
Yeah. But with that, it's Cincinnati against the world, and I guess the drunk Bengals fan's out of the bag. Shit.